So friends, today we are going to explain a movie in which a poor artist gets a magical pencil and whatever he draws with it instantly becomes real. Now, will he still remain poor? And how will he use this pencil? Let's find out. This story begins with Juwan, a poor boy who can't even pay his apartment rent. He is an artist and earns a little from his paintings, but not enough to fill his stomach. We see him sitting by the roadside making a portrait of a beautiful girl. When he finishes the painting, the girl is surprised, but just when he is about to start a new painting, a luxurious car arrives. Inside it is the richest man in the village, and the shock for Juwan is that his ex-girlfriend is with him. This rich man intentionally insults Juwan in front of his ex. He throws money at him and mocks him. "Here, this is more than your entire day's earnings." Then he laughs in Juwan's face. Juwan, feeling ashamed, picks up his stuff in his old clothes and leaves in his broken car. It's really hard to tell if he is driving the car or the car is dragging him. Juwan returns to his village where artists, gallery owners, and painters live, basically a hub of artists. On the way home, he meets his landlord who demands the pending rent. Frustrated, Juwan throws the rent money in his face. But before leaving, the landlord says, "This is only for last month. This month is still due." Juwan calmly says, "I'll pay it later." Hearing this, the landlord gets angry and throws a water bottle at Juwan. You must be thinking Juwan will throw the bottle back, right? But no, our dear Juwan picks up the bottle and adds it to his plastic bottle collection, which he sells at the end of every month. The landlord taunts him. This is the logic of the poor. He mocks Juwan for collecting plastic and cans, yet we must respect the people who do this work. Then Juwan goes to his dream gallery, where he wants to showcase his paintings someday. As usual, he asks the gallery owner to sponsor him and gives a small amount, but the owner laughs. The owner says, "This isn't even enough for 1 square meter of space." He leaves Juwan and goes upstairs. Juwan follows him, pleading to show his paintings. The owner coldly replies, "Your art is trash, Juwan." Juwan defends himself, "I've improved a lot. My girlfriend Tian is also impressed." Now listen, Tian is blind. Due to problems in her eyes, she lost her sight years ago. The owner taunts, "So you're trusting the opinion of your blind girlfriend? You've gone crazy." Then he points to a painting of a potato and says, "Look at this. It makes me hungry. It's so real." Juwan's heart breaks, and he can't say anything. As for Tian, she can't see. That's why she got a job as a massage therapist, but this job puts her at risk of harassment. People take advantage of her blindness. One day, Juwan sees her being harassed and immediately takes revenge. He does to the harassers what they did to Tian. He tells them, "Now do you understand how this poor girl feels?" He hoped they would feel remorse, but instead they gang up and beat Juwan. After the beating, Juwan and Tian go to the apartment, where she treats his wounds. Juwan brags, "I beat them without mercy." Tian, who had heard the attackers screaming, says, "Yes, I heard them yelling in pain." She doesn't know that it was actually Juwan screaming. Then Juwan gives her a gift, a pair of shoes. Tian loves them. They dance together for a while. When Juwan leans in to kiss her, Tian suddenly senses someone else is in the room. She asks, "Who is this?" Juwan quickly says, "Just a friend who was kicked out of his house and is staying with me." He tells the friend to close his eyes, but Tian becomes uncomfortable and leaves. Later, Juwan and his friend go to the roof to drink. They drink so much that they pass out. Suddenly, a spaceship appears above them. Juwan wakes up in shock and tries to wake his friend, but he's completely unconscious. The spaceship hovers over their neighborhood. Juwan sees a girl coming down from the spaceship who looks like a cartoon character and points to 2 others who also come down. It seems like they are here to draw something. Juwan tries to take their photo, but foolishly leaves the flash on. The aliens see him and vanish instantly with the spaceship, but Juwan sees they left something behind. When he checks, he finds a pen. Being an artist, he keeps it and falls asleep. Next morning, he wakes up in fear, remembers everything. His friend sees him and jokes, "Did you die or just slept?" Juwan begins telling him what happened on the roof. Shockingly, his friend finishes his sentence. Juwan is stunned, thinking maybe he saw it too, but the friend says Juwan was sleep-talking all night. Before sleeping, Juwan had also drawn the 3 aliens. Juwan loses hope that his friend will believe him. He goes to paint on the street. His color finishes, and he doesn't have the right color. Then he remembers the alien pen from last night. He uses it to finish the painting. First, he tests it on another paper, and suddenly the drawing becomes real. He is shocked. To confirm, he draws an apple, and it becomes real too. Happily, he eats the apple. It's completely real. Excited, he puts the remaining apple in his pocket and runs to tell his friend. He shows the remaining apple and says he created it, but the friend doesn't believe him. He eats the apple and says, "What nonsense! Go to a hospital." For proof, Juwan draws a gold bar on his friend's request, but the drawing doesn't become real immediately. The friend mocks him and throws the paper out the window. Suddenly, an old old man screams. The paper hit his head. He scolds them for throwing a rock, but finds a gold bar on the ground, pockets it, and walks away like nothing happened. Now the friend believes him. He tells Juan to make a big gold bar. Juan does, and they are shocked because they live in a small room. Juan draws a big palace. Suddenly, the palace appears in the middle of the city. People are shocked. Police arrive and ask, "We were just here 5 minutes ago. How did this giant palace appear?" Officers try to open the palace doors. That's when Juan and his friend realize their mistake. Juan tries to erase the drawing, but he doesn't know how. Then he finds a button on the pen that deletes unwanted drawings. He presses it, and the palace disappears in front of everyone. People are again stunned. Back in the room, Juan's friend says, "Let's make 200 million in cash." He draws a number himself, but it doesn't work. Then he scolds Juan. Suddenly, both Juan and his friend appear in clown-like outfits, which they think are rich people's clothes, and show off in the neighborhood. Juan throws a pile of money and tells the landlord, "This is 100 years' rent." The landlord is stunned. He has no idea where the money came from. But Juan's drama doesn't end. Neighbors see him arrive in 3 luxury cars with girls who entertain him. He goes to a top real estate company to buy his dream palace. There, he sees his ex with her new boyfriend, who refuses to buy a 15 million villa. Juan tells the secretary, "I want 2 palaces in the most exclusive area of the city." He takes out cash and pays immediately. His ex regrets leaving him. That night, Juan takes Tian to the new palace and says, "Guess what?" Tian says, "Everyone's talking about your $40 million palace." Juan feels a bit sad the surprise is ruined, but continues the celebration. Guests at the palace congratulate Tian because she can't see. Juan brings a girl to describe the beauty of the palace, from chandelier to decor. In front of everyone, Juan proposes to Tian, but Tian rejects him and leaves. Juan follows her and asks, "Don't you love me?" Tian says, "I love you." "Then why did you humiliate me in front of everyone?" Tian replies, "For your own good. If we marry, you'll always be ashamed, because I'm blind and you're rich." Juan says, "I'm not rich. All this came from my art." Tian believes he became famous selling paintings. Juan tells her the story of the alien magical pen. Tian listens and says, "Make eyes for me so I can see." Juan likes the idea and draws beautiful eyes. They wait for the eyes to appear on her body, but instead they grow on Mangal's shoulder. It's creepy. They quickly erase the eyes. Then they think, what if they make the full face? They draw Tian's full body and make eyes on the face. The drawing takes 5 hours. When it's done, Tian waits anxiously, but nothing happens. She thinks they're playing a joke. She leaves the house. As she steps out the door, she suddenly vanishes and reappears from inside the painting, opening her eyes. It worked. Tian can now see. Juan takes her out. He shows Tian around China. Mangal, who was in love with a TikToker, falls in love with her. Their lives change completely. Juan gets an art exhibition for his paintings. Suddenly, a famous actress loses her sight on a film set. The incident goes viral. People wonder what happened to her eyes. Juan's money also matches money stolen from a bank whose serial number appears on security cameras. Police go crazy trying to understand. Li Chong, Juan's rival, gets jealous and tells the police that Juan became rich overnight. Maybe he's the thief. Police go to arrest Juan and Mangal in the middle of the art auction where people are buying his paintings. They tell the police, "We didn't steal anything. We have a magic that gives us what we want." They don't mention the pen. Police demand a Ferrari. Juan and Mangal say, "Don't let anyone see us when the magic happens." Suddenly, a red Ferrari appears inside the police station. Police are shocked and, with no proof of theft, let them go. That night, someone knocks on the door. They get scared, thinking it's the police, but it's Juan's ex, the materialistic one who left him. Her husband, the painter Li Chong, beat her out of jealousy. She apologizes for leaving Juan and only thinking about money. She says she's divorcing her husband, but Juan says she didn't do anything wrong. He says he neglected their relationship because his father was sick in the hospital and he needed money, which her husband gave him. He tells her not to feel guilty. Then he reminisces and tells her the full story of the magical pen. He opens the safe to show the pen, but disaster strikes. Her clothes had a hidden camera planted by Li Chong. He hears everything and learns the secret of the pen. A police officer reads a report that a Ferrari vanished from an auto expo, the same one Juan made. He goes straight to Juan's house and demands the magical device. He warns, "If you don't give it, you'll be treated as thieves, but if you hand it over, there will be no charges since there's no law on magic." Without thinking for a second, Juan agrees to give the pen, but the problem is, the pen is stolen. Li Chong took it and began using it with his assistants. Li Chong first builds a magnificent art gallery, which he had always dreamed of. Then he draws royal clothes and designs resembling ancient Chinese imperial palaces, which copy Chinese heritage. He ties his wife and tortures her. Then he draws a beautiful girl from a magazine cover so he can marry her. This girl, who was in a beauty pageant, suddenly disappears and ends up in Li Chong's world. His every action makes it easy for the police to track him. An officer tells Li Chong, "The pen doesn't create from desire, it steals from somewhere else. That means you are stealing." Even then, Li Chong says he has done nothing wrong. "I'm just drawing." His assistant suggests they should create a new planet where police can't reach. He draws an alien spaceship, and it appears. Aliens angrily descend. They ask who summoned them and where their device is. Everyone is shocked. When Li Chong draws a tank and boards it with his assistants to aim a cannon at the aliens easily turn the cannon back toward him. Their power is far greater than humans. They beat up Li Chong as punishment. In the end, he surrenders and gives the device back. But one alien gets very angry when he sees that the device has been made to look like a pen. He holds it in front of Li Chong's face and demands an answer. Juan steps forward and confesses, "I made the device look like a pen. Li Chong has nothing to do with it." The alien is impressed by Juan's honesty. The alien says, "This planet is like ours. It has both good and bad." They decide to take their device and leave peacefully. But before leaving, Juan asks for one last favor: send back everything made by the pen to its original place. The alien agrees. Everything returns: Tian's eyes, the pipes, Li Chong's clothes, everything. The aliens see that police guards and helicopters are arriving. Their spaceship had also returned, so they run quickly to escape the humans. Police arrest Li Chong and his assistants for kidnapping the beauty queen, who was stolen from a magazine. Li Chong's wife apologizes to Juan. She says she didn't know a hidden camera was in her clothes. With that, the story of the magical pen ends. Life returns to normal. This was the ending of our video. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.